What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please go and hit that subscribe button. If any questions or comments, please leave down below. If this video was helpful, if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. In today's video, we're going to be doing some canning of pickles. We got some masonry jars, some lids, and some seals. We got a canning pot with the insert. We got ourselves a Bunsen burner. Highly recommended, something like this. You need a 20-pound LP tank, barbecue tank. Then you need the product. We went to the farmer's market this morning, got some cucumber pickles. We're letting them soak in some ice, get them nice and chilled. This is the ingredients we're using: cane sugar, canning, pickling salt, and distilled vinegar, run-of-your-mill vinegar. And then so we're going to go to the sugar. How much you use the sugar?
1/3 of a cup.
1/3 of a cup of sugar. On the pickling salt,
6 tablespoons.
6 tablespoons of the pickling salt. Pepper,
1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon of the black pepper. And how much vinegar?
6 cups.
6 cups of vinegar. Right here, folks.
And 8 cups of water.
8 cups of water. And that's your ingredients for your
legendary pickles.
Legendary pickles. First things first, before you start the process, you gotta sterilize these jars you're using. And what he's doing is, we got really hot water, almost to a boil, but not quite. He's preloading these jars with hot water, so it takes away the shock, because you just don't want to put these hot glasses into the boiling water, because it might have a chance of cracking, if that makes sense. So he just, pretty simple process here. So he's got the first 6 preloaded with some warm water. There's the cage. This thing holds up to 6. So now we're gonna wait till that comes to a boil, then repeat that process again. All right, well, after 15 minutes of boiling in the water, it's not quite boiling, but very, very hot. You gotta remove them.
Sterile.
Yeah. You take the grabber, drain some of that water out. Extremely hot, folks, so use common sense. Continue this process. So now he's got those 6 out, keep them separated. Now he's gonna do 6 more. Repeat the process until all cans are sterilized. Meanwhile, he stirred these around. Those are your cucumber pickles. Just still let them soak. Okay, last process of sterilizing your cans is you gotta do the lids and the. Are you doing the seals too?
Yeah.
Okay, the lids and seals, folks. All right. All right, we'll give her about 15 minutes.
Soaking for what? A couple hours?
Yep. A couple hours. These were soaking for an ice. Now we put them in a strainer. They say you can scrub the pickles if you want, or the cucumbers, but nah. It's up to your discretion. Okay, we got some herbs in here. What is that stuff?
That's dill.
Dill.
So I put three bushels or whatever of dill, 3 garlic cloves, and then 3 Thai peppers.
In each jar?
Yep.
He already had it pre-cut. There's the cucumbers. Then what did you measure out here?
That is 1/3 cup of sugar, 6 tablespoons of canning salt, and then a tablespoon of pepper. And then also there's what, like, so that's 8 cups of water, 6 cups of white vinegar. I need to.
No, by the way, we had 2 jugs, or 2 boiling pots. We want to keep that hot water because since you already made that hot water, you should try to store that water so you don't have to reheat that. It's super hot, so just a word of advice.
Outdoor back 40 pickles.
So once you make one, you can kind of eye it out, move the process a little faster.
You tell them we're making dill pickles?
We did now.
Yeah. That's kind of important for that title. Dill pickles.
Dill spicy pickles.
Yeah.
We got the Thai peppers.
It's not much heat, just a little.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just put the hot peppers in there, it won't be quite as hot. All right, now he's taking his brine, setting up on top of the table. This is then we take that other pot that we originally started with the sterilization of the jars. We're reheating that back up to boiling temp. That's why it's important to have 2 boiling pots. He's taking his brine cocktail mix. And you do it so it has room to breathe.
Yeah, you just leave an inch of headspace.
Let all the bubbles and whatnot in the air do its thing. Stir it up a little bit occasionally. All right, continue that process until they're all full. Now he's gonna put the lids with the seals on the jars. They're all full of cucumbers and the brine cocktail mix. And how tight are you gonna get these, John?
Just snug, hand tight. You don't need to really
snug them down.
No.
The pressure will lock them in.
Yep, exactly.
All right. All right, you got all the lids in, the covers on them, the seals.
Yep, ready to seal them up.
Yep, they're all good to go. Our water's coming up to a boil. And we will leave the link down below for the ingredients to make the pickle, to the brine, the juices that you need.
So this holds 6. So we're gonna let them submerge for 15 minutes and then take them out and set them to the side.
15 minutes. Start the clock. The lid is optional, folks, but we put a lid on there just to help keep the heat in there.
You think this,
What was that question?
you think that'll fit 12 jars in to let them rest and seal?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 3 up and 4 across.
Yeah.
3 times 4 is 12. So yeah, that'll work great.
Or if you use the metrics. The metrics.
Get you some of that, folks. Just gonna do a quick check. Get you some of that, folks. About halfway there of 15 minutes.
Awesome, like pew pew pew.
Backyard cannon, folks. John's cranking her down a little bit.
Expensive,
That's the
man.
masterpiece of the pickles.
It's an old.
What does Aunt B got on your pickles?
I learned this from old Native Americans while drinking.
These these are not cucumber kerosene cucumbers. All right, just pull the lid off and raise the rack. It's been 15 minutes. He is pulling the pickles from the boiling water.
And as it cools down a little bit, the ones that didn't pop, it should pop.
What do you mean by popping?
This thing.
Oh, so that when that boils the can, that will make it not pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no, it doesn't make it not pop, but it's just like it's a process that when it relieves.
Oh, all the bubbles and stuff, whatnot. Whatever it does.
Yeah.
This is this next round. The last round. 2 of 2. Submerge into the bubbling water. Put a lid on it, and we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's no tightening them, for sure.
Alright, then we're set to seal.
As it cools down, it should just pop.
Alright, yeah, so he said they pop after they start cooling down. Alright, well that's going to conclude our video of canning pickles. It's a process, but it's a fun process. It's worth trying. Like I said earlier, I'll leave the link in for all the ingredients and actually how to do the pickling. I'm just doing the video on how to do it in your backyard with a Bunsen burner and an LP tank. So yeah, these pickles are just gonna sit here and these lids are gonna pop, and then you can store them for ever how long, anywhere from like I think 3 to 5 weeks to even more. But you got to read the instructions and I'll tell you about that. But thanks for watching my video, and any question or comments, please leave down below. If this video was helpful or if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, peace.